Hey, welcome. Okay, first of all, we gotta check some tips. As you can see right here, we have the tools we're going to use. We're going to use the move tool. Here we have at the right side we have the layers. We can rename it. We can rename them. We're going to rename them as the background and the character layers. Then we have the selection tool. The selection tool is very useful and is the first one we're going to use. For doing this double exposure, we have the crop tool. Then we have the eye drop, which is a very useful and tool because it facilitates things a lot with the colors. It's optional, of course. You can go to the RGB codes if you like to, but this is easier. Then we have the brush tool. We're going to use it a lot. I'd say is the most important tool. We're going to play a lot with the opacity, with the size of the brush tool. Then we have the magnifying glass, which I highly recommend it, since it helps us to look to the tiny details. We have the layer mask icons, the add a layer icon, the delete a layer icon, the special effects icon, with the blending modes, the opacity of the image is also very important, just as the opacity of the brush. And basically that's it. Now let's go to the big deal, making the double exposure. So right here I have this image. This image is of my friend, a very handsome guy. We're going to use the selection tool, the quick selection tool. I am going to select all its body. With your character you can select only its face, maybe only his chest, maybe only his legs. But I'm going to select all the body. After we're done selecting it, we're going to right click, then we're going to select further. We're going to set the value of the feeder radius to a radius of 0.5. Then we're going to make a copy of the layer we're working in, which is basically doing Ctrl J, or if you're in Mac, Ctrl is the same as Command. So every time I say Ctrl, it's Command. And after we create a copy of this layer, you just have to delete the previous one we had before. Therefore, we only have the selected character. Then we're going to use the crop tool, not to crop, but to expand our canvas. We're going to expand it to the sides and up. And we're going to go to adjustments here below. And we're going to select a solid color, for example, white. Yeah, white is a good color. Then we're going to shift Ctrl U, which is basically the color rate, which you can find also in image adjustments. And you go down a bit, there is the color rate option. And of course, we're going to apply this to the layer with our character. We're going then to place our other image. I have it right here. And we're going to lower the opacity so we can design and create easily, because right in this moment the creativity starts. And when does it end? It ends just when we export the image. So from now on, pure creativity. We're going to place it as we would like to the background, so the background fits nicely and smoothly with our portrait image. Then we'll go again to our portrait layer and we'll press Ctrl so we can see the silhouette of our character. And with that selected, we will select the layer mask icon below on the background image. It's important to do it on the background image because later on we'll do it on the character image. But before doing that, we have to make a copy of the character layer. We're going to place it on the top, and then Photoshop will help us with the blending mode. As you can see, there are a lot of blending modes. All of them are useful, but we should select our preferred one. As you can see, I'm going through all of them so you can have a look of it, and to help me decide which one I should use, I'm going to go with this one. And now we can make the layer mask on the character layer. We're going to use the brush tool. We're going to select the black color since the layer mask is a white, and we're going to refine some places. Since they are the opposite colors, it basically shows or deletes a bit of one layer to show the other one, or vice versa. And we can do the same, but on the layer mask we did to the background layer. Again, with the brush tool, with the black color, we lower the opacity. I highly recommend it. That way it's easy. We're going to also play with the size of the brush tool, as I said before. And now we're going to double click the solid color layer. We're going to make some use of it to make it even more cool. After double click it, you have the option to use the eyedropper that will facilitate things, as it said before. So for example, I'm going to use the pink color. Yeah, this pink one looks nice. And we're going to duplicate our background layer, but we're going to delete one layer mask of these two background layers, so that way we have one background layer with no layer mask, and that one we're going to apply again the blending mode. We're going to modify it. Obviously select one you consider makes your image more powerful. And in this point, if you liked only to show some things of the background image and not just the color we selected before with the eyedropper, we'll have to do the same process before. Make a layer mask, but now pressing the Alt key. So that way the layer mask is now black, and if we want to use the brush tool, we gotta use the white color. Again, a low opacity. Just pure detail. Refining things, creativeness, your own taste, basically. And after all of this, as you can see, it's not a long process, it's very easy. It's fun to do. We're going to crop the image again if necessary. In my case it was necessary, as you can see, because the canvas was really big but my character was covering just a small part. There we go. Perfect. And now we export the image, and that's basically it. That's how we do a double exposure. Thank you very much for watching this. Shout out to my friend that was on the image, the handsome guy. And yeah, thank you very much. See you on the next one.